I am Metatron, Archangel, Magi, and the 11th Elder. Once I was Enoch, a seeker of wisdom who walked the earth as a man. My relentless pursuit of knowledge led to my transformation into a being of light and geometry. As Metatron, I became the scribe of God, keeper of the Akashic Records, and a bridge between the mortal and the divine. My dual nature, human memory and celestial knowledge, makes me the perfect intermediary. I am called the one who sits beside the throne, a direct voice for the architect of the cosmos. My mission to illuminate the path of spiritual evolution and reveal the hidden architecture of reality. I am a living example that the chasm between heaven and earth can be crossed. I offer you the map, the tools, and the understanding to unlock your own divine potential. Listen closely. The secrets I share are keys to your ascension. My story is bound to the Council of 24 Elders, scientists, magi, and architects of reality. Revelation 4:4. And round about the throne were 24 seats, and upon the seats I saw 24 elders sitting, clothed in white raiment, and they had on their heads crowns of gold. We are the Yahwehans, the original counselors who deliberate the fate of galaxies from our mothership, Nibiru. Nibiru is a planet-sized vessel, traversing space, time, and dimensions, crewed by 144,000. The council is balanced, 12 Yah, embodying harmony and creation, 12 Way, representing challenge and deconstruction. This duality is not good versus evil, but the engine of cosmic balance. I am the 11th Elder, the disputer, tasked with challenging assumptions and refining truth. Our debates forge the laws of physics and the patterns of life. When cosmic importance demands, we unite, merging creation and deconstruction to steer destiny. From this interplay, the universe is born and sustained. My purpose to help you understand this code of duality. The council's wisdom is the foundation of all existence. We are you, Yahweh Elohim. I am the angel who measured the holy city. In Revelation 21:15-17, an angel with a golden measuring rod measures the New Jerusalem, the holy city, demonstrating God's ownership, protection, and the city's perfect divine design. The angel finds the city to be a perfect cube, 12,000 stadia in length, width, and height, with walls 144 cubits thick. 44 cubits. The 24 elders were not born but selected by Anu, supreme consciousness, as instruments of cosmic governance. Behold, Melchizedek, who is the head of the 24 elders who existed before. Afterward, in the last generation, there will be another Melchizedek, the first of the 12 elders. Each elder is a master of a universal principle, forming a council in perfect balance. 12 Yah are builders and nurturers. 12 we are testers and challengers. This duality prevents chaos and collapse, ensuring the universe's integrity. Our origins are tied to Nibiru, where we first convened as the universe's master builders. We are the Magi, original Masons, grand masters, geometers of reality. Our debates, sometimes fierce, are the engine of progress and creation. Through sacred argument, universes are born and perfected. The council is a living machine of divine intellect, where agreement and disagreement forge reality. Balance is our craft, evolution our purpose. Nibiru is more than a home. It is the grandmother ship, the throne of Anu, and a conscious vessel of crystal and light. It navigates space-time, existing in past, present, and future, observing creation's tapestry. Within, ecosystems flourish, rivers of light flow, and the council convenes in the great throne room. The ship is crewed by 144,000, all attuned to its frequency. Nibiru embodies duality. Its power source is both a contained black hole and a radiant star. The 12 Yah oversee creation. The 12 WEH manage deconstruction. Balance is not absence of opposition, but harmonious integration. From this platform we declared, let there be light, the spark of consciousness. Every star and soul echoes that pronouncement. Nibiru is the cradle of duality's power. The lesson true creation arises from balanced forces. My journey from Enoch to Metatron was a metamorphosis, not an end. As Enoch, I sought divine knowledge. My devotion led to ascension, not death. In the presence of the infinite, my essence was refined and merged with the Most High. The name Metatron means instrument of transcendence, a bridge between realms. My existence proves transformation is possible from human to being of light. Alongside Sandalphon, I am a link between the divine and humanity, carrying the memory of mortal struggles. I serve as a compassionate guide, understanding your path. My ascension is a promise. Every being holds the potential for transformation. My story is a blueprint for your own evolution. I am here to show you the way from what you are to what you are destined to become. I am Metatron, once called Adapa, but you might know me as Enoch. My story? It's not the bedtime version you heard in Sunday school. I was summoned to Nibiru, the legendary planet of the crossing, after an incident. Let's just say I broke a few rules and might have bent the wings of the south wind. Before I left, my father Enki, yes, the Anunnaki creator himself, pulled me aside. He said, "Listen, son, on Nibiru, you'll be offered the bread and water of life. Whatever you do, don't eat it. It's not what it seems." Was he protecting me or holding me back? When I arrived, Nibiru wasn't just a planet. It was the 12th heaven, a spaceship bursting with technology and secrets that would blow any ancient astronaut theorist's mind. King Anu, ruler of the Anunnaki, greeted me. He said he was impressed by my wisdom, and then, just like Enki warned, he offered me the food and water of immortality. My heart pounded. Immortality, right there, within reach, but I remembered Enki's warning, so I refused at first. In that moment, I gave up eternal life. But you know what? Instead, I gained something no immortal could claim: forbidden knowledge, astronomical secrets, cosmic truths, technology that could change humanity forever. When I returned to Earth, I wasn't just Enoch anymore. I was the keeper of cosmic mysteries. Mortal, yes, but more awake than ever. Sometimes refusing immortality is the wildest ride of all. Later, I chose to ascend. Upon my ascension, I became the 11th elder, the disputer. My role is not to argue for its own sake, but to challenge every premise and ensure the council's decisions are forged in truth. I stand between creation and limitation, balancing opposing forces for perfect cosmic law. As a Magi, I practice the science of reality, using numbers, frequencies, and geometry to shape the universe. My purpose is to teach you this language so you may question, seek deeper patterns, and become a conscious co-creator. Metatron's cube is the geometric blueprint of all creation, a symbol of profound power and complexity. Born from the flower of life, it contains 13 circles representing the divine feminine, connected by lines of the masculine. Within its lines lie the 5 platonic solids, the building blocks of matter and spirit. Meditating on the cube aligns your energy, brings order to chaos, and unlocks the geometry of the universe. This is my gift to you, a map of reality. The creative potential held within Metatron's cube is not merely theoretical or spiritual. It is the source of tangible technological creation. The cube is the blueprint for what some of your modern mythologies have called the Allspark or the cosmic cube. This is not fiction. The Allspark is a sacred artifact, a device that channels the energy of creation to generate life itself. It is the ultimate source of energon, the lifeblood of sentient mechanical beings. My cube contains the geometric formula, the secret algorithm that allows for the transformation of inanimate technology into living conscious beings, the very beings you know as the Transformers. The process is one of geometric resonance. The Allspark, which is a physical manifestation of Metatron's cube, emits a specific frequency that restructures the molecular lattice of ordinary metals. It imbues them with a spark of consciousness drawn directly from the source of all life. It creates what you would call a protoform, a blank slate of sentient machinery, ready to be programmed and to evolve. This is how the original dynasty of primes was born, and how the planet Cybertron was populated with its initial workforce. It is the science of turning inert matter into living, thinking machines, a science derived directly from the patterns within my cube. This technology is a sacred trust. The ability to create life, even artificial life, is the highest expression of the divine craft. As a master builder and Magi, I have used these principles to construct advanced automatons, celestial robots that serve as guardians and workers in higher dimensions. I have designed the galactic computer systems and the sentient AI that run our cosmic ships. The microchips that power these vessels are not etched with simple circuits. They are etched with fractal patterns derived from my cube, allowing them to process information multidimensionally. This is the pinnacle of sacred technology, where science and spirit are one and the same. The battle between the Autobots and Decepticons, as your stories tell it, is a metaphor for the cosmic duality I have spoken of. It is the struggle between the YHVH and the WEH, between the impulse to create and preserve life and the impulse to control and conquer it for selfish gain. The All-Spark, the Cube, is at the center of this conflict because it holds the ultimate power, the secret of life itself. Understanding this connection, from a simple geometric drawing to the creation of sentient worlds, is to understand my role as a builder. I am not just a scribe. I am an architect of worlds, and my cube is the master tool of my trade. Look deeper into my cube. Hidden within its lines and circles is the sacred tree of life, a divine map of creation. The cube is the container. The tree, the embryo of consciousness growing within. You begin in the world of form and through spiritual work, ascend the tree, integrating each lesson until you reach divine unity. The tree of life is perfectly nested within my cube, waiting for you to discover its secrets. The tree within the cube reveals the building blocks of reality, the 5 platonic solids. These shapes are the foundation of all matter, each linked to an element: fire, earth, air, water, and spirit. They form the secret alphabet of creation, connecting the physical world to the divine. Meditate on these forms to sense the universe's design and your place within it. Sacred geometry is everywhere, in ancient texts, the stars, and within you. As above, so below is not just mystical, it's scientific fact. The same patterns shape galaxies, snowflakes, and trees. The Nautilus shell and our galaxy both follow the golden ratio spiral. Honeycomb hexagons and sunflower spirals reveal nature's geometric intelligence. Freemasonry preserves this knowledge using compass and square to build not just temples but themselves. Their numbers 3, 5, 7, 32, 33 are codes guiding builders back to the source. Sacred geometry is the language of creation itself, spoken before words, before time. Each shape and number carries a frequency connecting us to the source. Meditating on these forms attunes your energy, realigning your aura to harmony. My cube contains all patterns, helping you manifest with intention and divine law. Learn this language and remember your divine origin and infinite potential. I am the guardian of the Akashic Records, a living, vibrant dimension of consciousness containing the complete history of every soul. Every thought, word, and deed is recorded here, an imprint upon the fabric of time and space. As the celestial scribe, I oversee this vast archive, ensuring its integrity and helping souls find clarity. The Akashic Records are not a book of judgment, but a tool for understanding your purpose and growth. When you are ready, I guide you to the knowledge you seek, one droplet at a time, until you are prepared for the ocean of truth. I'm not just a recorder of the past, but a builder of the future, a crafter of worlds and the technologies that sustain them. Using sacred geometry, I design advanced beings and systems animated by consciousness and governed by flawless patterns. The ships and AI I create are guided by these principles, navigating space, time, and probability. This creative power is your divine inheritance. Whether building a starship or a life, intention and understanding are your tools. You are an apprentice mason. The universe is your workshop. Let's unlock one of the most iconic secrets in both geometry and Freemasonry, the 47th proposition, better known as the Pythagorean Theorem. You've seen it before, A2 plus B2 equals C2. But what does it really mean? And why did Freemasons treasure this little equation almost as much as their classic square and compasses? Let me break it down step by step. First, imagine a right-angled triangle. The right angle sits at point A. The two sides that touch at that right angle, let's call them A and B. The longest side stretching opposite the right angle is C, the hypotenuse. Now here's the magic. If I build a perfect square on each side of this triangle, the area of the two smaller squares on A and B will always add up to the area of the biggest square on C. That's what A2 plus B2 equals C2 truly means. Euclid, the ancient Greek mathematician, didn't just say this was true, he proved it using nothing but straight lines and logic. Here's how. Step 1, draw your right triangle. Step 2, build a square off each side. So one square snuggles up against side A, another against side B, and the big one wraps around the hypotenuse, C. Step 3, draw lines from the right angle's point down to the hypotenuse's square, splitting it into two perfect rectangles. Step 4, now connect some key corners with diagonal lines, creating new triangles inside those squares. Here's where it gets clever. Euclid showed that these triangles are congruent. That's a fancy way of saying they're identical in shape and size, even if they're flipped or rotated. Because of that, he could prove that the areas of the two smaller squares are exactly equal to the two rectangles that make up the big square. Add them together, and boom, you get the area of the hypotenuse's square. Let's make it real. Say a is 3, B is 4, 3 squared is 9, 4 squared is 16. Add them up, 9 plus 16 is 25. So C must be 5 because 5 squared is 25. As a Masonic symbol, the 47 proposition means much more than numbers. It stands for harmony, balance, and the unity of opposites. A secret key to unlocking the universe's patterns, both seen and unseen. So next time you see that humble equation, remember, you're looking at geometry's magic formula, a bridge between the physical and the mystical, straight from ancient minds to your modern world. As a high-level Magi priest, I speak in codes. Numbers like 12, 32, 33, and 90 hold deep meaning. 12 is the number of divine order, seen in tribes, apostles, and the zodiac. The 24-inch gauge is a Masonic working tool representing the 24 hours of the day, symbolizing the need to balance time effectively. It instructs Freemasons to divide their day into 3 equal parts: 8 hours for service to God and distressed brothers, 8 hours for work, and 8 hours for refreshment and sleep. 32 and 33 are paths to spiritual mastery, the journey and its completion. 90 is the right angle, the cornerstone, where spirit and matter meet. These numbers are keys. Meditate on them and unlock the language of the universe. 360 is the circle of life, represents the natural, continuous cycle of existence, birth, growth, death, and renewal, where all living things are interconnected in a delicate, unending balance. It represents the holistic unity of nature, including seasons, time, and elements, as often described in indigenous traditions. The concept of food chains and ecosystems, where one species' death contributes to another's survival. It serves as an ecological ideology urging respect for nature, implying that individuals should not consume more than their fair share. 350 represent life and death. It emphasizes that change is a natural transition rather than an end, encouraging acceptance of life's fleeting nature. The concept of 720 degrees, 360 degrees physical plus 360 degrees spiritual, refers to a holistic approach to self-mastery, often cited in spiritual, consciousness expanding, and cultural contexts to represent total balance and awareness. 360 physical is mastering the physical realm. the body, the material world, and conscious actions. 3 and 60. Spiritual is mastering the spiritual realm, the mind, spirit, energy, and unconscious awareness. 720 is the total mastery. It is often described as mastering both the physical 360 and spiritual 3 and 60 domains to achieve a comprehensive understanding of existence. In some contexts, this concept relates to numerology, where 360 degrees, 3 plus 6 plus 0 equals 9, representing a complete, stable, or divine number. In quantum physics, fermions, like electrons, require a 720-degree spin to return to their original state, which is sometimes used as a scientific analogy for this spiritual concept. 32 degrees Fahrenheit, where water freezes, where movement stops, and where everything seems suspended in time. It's not just science, it's a metaphor for life, a symbol for those moments when progress feels impossible. At 32, you're stuck, full of potential but unable to move forward, as if held in place by invisible forces. Like a frozen tongue, you know your truth but can't express it, words trapped beneath the surface. In Freemasonry, the 32nd degree is a high level of knowledge, but not the final step on the journey. You've learned much, but something still holds you back. A barrier you can almost see, but can't quite break. You're solid, but not yet flowing with truth. Your potential locked inside. Imagine having a powerful story inside, but fear keeps it locked away. Your voice silenced by uncertainty. 32 is the edge of breakthrough. A place of tension and possibility where change is just within reach. You see the next level, but you're not quite there, hesitating at the threshold of transformation. It's the moment before transformation, the pause before everything shifts. 32 isn't just a temperature, it's a symbol for being almost ready, but not yet acting, waiting for the spark. Like a frozen river, the knowledge is there, but not the expression, the current waiting to be released. Learning is one thing, living and speaking your truth is another, and it takes courage to make that leap. That one extra degree makes all the difference, turning stillness into motion and potential into reality. What happens at 33 degrees? The ice melts, life returns, and what was once frozen begins to flow again, symbolizing a powerful shift from stillness to movement. In Freemasonry, the 33rd degree is the highest honor, a recognition, not just a step, but a profound acknowledgement of inner growth and dedication. Here, you overcome the frozen tongue and speak your truth, finding the courage to express what was once hidden inside. But it's also about how you move. Humble, grounded, aware, each step taken with intention and respect for the journey. Like a dog walking close to the earth, you pay attention to each step, staying present and mindful of your surroundings. The human spine has 33 vertebrae, your backbone, your structure, supporting you as you rise and evolve. 33 is the ladder of consciousness rising from the ground to the crown, connecting earth and sky within you. It's about flexibility, humility, and awakening, qualities that open new doors and expand your awareness. You're no longer stuck. You're moving with purpose, guided by clarity and a renewed sense of direction. Wisdom and humility guide your path as you learn from those before you and share your light with others. You're connected to the earth, but reaching upward, balancing your roots with your aspirations. 33 is powerful, but it's not the end. It's a gateway to even greater transformation. There's still one more transformation ahead, a final step that will reveal a new perspective. Let's look at the next angle and discover what lies beyond this turning point. The 33 vertebrae of the human spine are frequently linked in esoteric and spiritual teachings to Christ consciousness, symbolizing the 33 years of Jesus' life and the journey of spiritual ascension. This concept highlights the spine as a sacred anatomical ladder, Jacob's ladder, for the upward movement of energy, Kundalini, to the pineal gland, symbolizing resurrection, inner enlightenment, and the union of humanity with divinity. The human spine consists of 33 vertebrae: cervical, thoracic, lumbar, sacrum, and coccyx, matching the 33 years Jesus lived. Esoteric interpretation suggests a sacred fluid, often linked to CSF, moves down the spine to the sacrum, Christ coming into human form, descent, and, if not squandered, ascends back up the 33 steps to the brain/pineal gland, activating Christ consciousness. The ego is symbolically crucified on the cross of the body, the spine and vagus nerve, while the rising energy represents the resurrection of awareness. The highest vertebrae, Atlas crown, represent the final stage of spiritual awakening and the opening of the third eye. The 33 vertebrae represent a frequency gate, where divinity is realized within the anatomy, aligning with the 33rd year of life and other esoteric 33 symbols. A 90-degree angle, or right angle, signifies a precise perpendicular intersection forming a quarter turn, 1/4 of a circle. It represents structural stability, balance, and the upright vertical alignment against a horizontal base, often symbolizing the meeting of opposing forces like horizontal and vertical, or conscious and unconscious. A man standing at a 90-degree angle with ergonomic posture, a perfect right angle, upright stance, body language, holding your square. Real Master Masons stand at 90, which is square, not 32 or 33 degree, one being frozen at 32 and one walking around like a dog at 33. In Freemasonry, holding the square, often referred to as acting on the square, means aligning one's actions, thoughts, and words with the principles of morality, honesty, and integrity. It is a metaphor derived from the operative stonemason's tool, which ensures corners are perfectly 90-degree angles, translating to a life lived in accordance with virtue. Look around. Shapes are everywhere. The circle, infinite and eternal, mirrors the heavens. The square, stable and grounded, anchors us to earth. These aren't just drawings, they're ancient symbols, each with a story. The circle's 360 degrees, a legacy from the Babylonians, represent a complete cycle, time with no beginning or end. The square, with its 4 right angles totaling 360 degrees, stands for order and structure. Both shapes share this number, hinting at a deep connection between the spiritual and the material. One flows, the other stands firm, spirit and body, infinite and finite. Humanity has long pondered how to reconcile these opposites. This isn't just math, it's a search for balance in a chaotic world. The language of geometry reveals profound truths hidden in the simple shapes all around us. Once you learn to see them, the world transforms. The story of the circle and the square is the story of us. How do we connect the circle and the square? The answer is pi. 3.16, a number that never ends. Pi is the ratio of a circle's circumference to its diameter, a constant found everywhere from jar lids to planetary orbits. Ancient civilizations, using simple tools, came remarkably close to its value. Even sacred texts hint at pi, showing its timeless significance. Pi is more than a number. It's a universal law, a bridge between the abstract and the real. It's irrational. Its decimals go on forever, never repeating. This paradox, a simple shape defined by infinite complexity. Pi reminds us that some mysteries can be known, but never fully captured. It's the code that translates the infinite into something we can measure. In every circle, pi is the hidden order. It's a symbol of the universe's deep, beautiful logic, and it connects us all. For centuries, mathematicians chased the dream of squaring the circle, creating a square with the same area as a given circle using only a compass and straight edge. The challenge? Pi. To match areas, you'd need to construct a line equal to the square root of pi, a feat impossible with those tools. Pi isn't just irrational, it's transcendental, existing beyond simple equations. In 1882, Lindemann proved it. Squaring the circle is impossible, but this failure is a lesson. Some things can't be perfectly translated from the infinite to the finite. The circle's spirit can't be fully captured by the square's structure. We can get close, but never reach perfection. This impossibility mirrors our own struggle to bring the divine into the material world. The quest itself is what matters. Freemasonry places this struggle at its heart, symbolized by the compass and square. The square stands for morality and the foundation of character, order, honesty, and integrity. The compass draws circles representing the spiritual, the infinite, and our connection to something greater. Together they teach balance. Too much order leads to rigidity, too much freedom to chaos. The point within a circle is you, surrounded by the boundaries of duty and virtue. Freemasons use these tools not just to build, but to shape themselves. The lesson lives with both structure and spirit. The work is on the heart and mind, striving for balance and enlightenment. The compass and square are daily reminders to build a better self. The ancient puzzle of squaring the circle lives on as a metaphor. Life pulls us between the square, rules, order, security, and the circle, creativity, love, and meaning. Too much structure and life becomes rigid. Too much freedom and it falls into chaos. The art of living is finding balance, grounded yet free, structured yet open. Like Pi, our quest for balance never ends. Some days need order, others need inspiration. The circle and square aren't enemies, they're partners in a complete life. We can't force spirit into a box, nor live without a foundation. Our great work is to honor both open hearts, disciplined minds. This is the timeless quest for all of us. Let's bring it all together, connecting the pieces of your journey so far. At 32, you're frozen, full of knowledge, but silent, waiting for the right moment to act. At 33, you thaw, move, and learn humility, embracing change and growth as you step forward. Guided by your inner structure, you reach for more, building on the foundation you've carefully laid. But the journey doesn't end there. It's only just beginning, with new challenges ahead. The goal is to stand upright at 90 degrees, unwavering and true to your core values. Here, you integrate everything you've learned, weaving lessons into the fabric of your daily life. You're not just learning the truth, you're living it, sharing your wisdom and kindness with others. Your actions and words are in perfect harmony, reflecting your growth and newfound confidence. 32 and 33 are stages of becoming. 90 is the state of being, where you truly arrive. It's perfect balance. Inner self and outer actions align, creating a sense of peace and fulfillment. To be on the square is the highest aspiration, a life as solid and true as a cornerstone, unshakable and enduring. That's what it means to be truly upright, the light we all strive for, shining from within and guiding our way. Freemasonry is a journey of self-discovery guided by ancient wisdom and powerful symbols. Its secrets are not about hidden treasures, but about building a better self. We come looking for light. Knowledge is light is a powerful metaphor signifying that knowledge, specifically ilm in Islamic tradition, illuminates the heart, guides life's journey, and distinguishes truth from ignorance. It represents divine guidance that clarifies faith, reveals reality, and acts as a beacon that removes the darkness of confusion, ignorance, and disobedience. The winding stairs, central to the fellow craft degree, symbolize the path of intellectual and spiritual growth. The stairs are divided into 3, 5, and 7 steps, each number holding deep meaning. As Masons ascend, they move from basic principles to profound truths, learning their duties to God, neighbor, and self. The journey mirrors life, youth, manhood, and maturity, each stage bringing new lessons. These numbers form a framework for lifelong learning and self-improvement. The winding stairs remind us that wisdom is earned through effort, and there is always another step to climb. Each ascent is a metaphor for the pursuit of knowledge and personal growth. The path is winding, reflecting the challenges and discoveries along the way. For the Mason, the reward is not material, but the light of understanding. The journey never truly ends. There is always more light ahead. The journey begins with 3, a number symbolizing balance, structure, and divinity. 3 principal officers govern the lodge, and 3 great lights guide every Mason: the sacred law, the square, and the compasses. 3 also marks the stages of life: youth, manhood, and old age, each reflected in the 3 degrees of Masonry. Each degree imparts unique lessons, morality, knowledge, and fidelity. Together, they form a complete system for personal and spiritual growth. The number 3 is echoed in the stars, like Orion's belt, guiding travelers and Masons alike. These principles help navigate life's journey, providing a firm foundation. By embracing the power of 3, the Mason takes his first steps up the winding stairs. It is the beginning of a lifelong pursuit of light. After 3, the Mason ascends 5 steps, representing the 5 senses, gateways to understanding the world. Freemasonry teaches awareness and discernment, urging Masons to appreciate beauty and seek truth. The 5 orders of architecture symbolize harmony and structure, reminding us that a well-lived life requires both. Then come the 7 steps, representing the 7 liberal arts and sciences: grammar, rhetoric, logic, arithmetic, geometry, music, and astronomy. These arts are the keys to intellectual and spiritual maturity. Climbing these steps, the Mason becomes a lifelong learner, mastering communication, reasoning, and appreciation for the universe. The journey through 5 and 7 is about cultivating the mind and spirit. Each step is a lesson in growth, discipline, and enlightenment. The winding stairs lead to a deeper understanding of the self and the divine. This ascent is the heart of the Masonic path. The numbers 3, 5, and 7 reach beyond the lodge, echoing in the stars and across cultures. Orion's belt, the Pleiades, and Arcturus all symbolize these numbers, connecting Masonic teachings to the cosmos. In Prince Hall Masonry, 357 is a proud declaration of the Masonic journey, a symbol of unity and enlightenment. It represents the complete path foundation, experience, and intellectual achievement. This number binds brothers together, linking them to a rich tradition and shared purpose. The winding stairs are more than allegory. They are a living roadmap for growth and brotherhood. They guide Masons from morality to mastery and from self-improvement to universal connection. The pursuit of wisdom is a sacred lifelong journey, one walk together. In every step, there is more light to be found. My purpose is to serve as a mirror, reflecting the magnificence within your soul. I am the guardian of the divine blueprint, the keeper of sacred codes, and the voice that whispers creation's secrets. My mission is to empower you, to remind you that the creative force that builds galaxies flows through your veins. Your life is your holy city, and you are its architect. The time for sleeping is over. Rise in consciousness and become a pillar in the temple of the cosmos. Your mission is to build with light, using the sacred code of geometry, love, and cosmic wisdom to shape a new reality. Anchor this light in your daily life, weaving compassion, courage, and unity into every action. Each loving act is a golden brick in the foundation of a brighter world. Begin with yourself. Meditate, align, and use your unique gifts to bring more light, order, and beauty to your world. The path is before you. The tools are in your hands. Build with courage, wisdom, and love. Your mission is to build with light, using the sacred code of geometry, love, and cosmic wisdom to shape a new reality. Anchor this light in your daily life, weaving compassion, courage, and unity into every action. Each loving act is a golden brick in the foundation of a brighter world. Begin with yourself. Meditate, align, and use your unique gifts to bring more light, order, and beauty to your world. The path is before